What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name's Chris, and I'm building a business that suits my lifestyle. Now, this week 113 of reselling online, the week has escalated quickly. It's been a very, very fast-moving week, and a lot of things have changed, but there's a bit of context that goes with this, and that's what I want to explain with you, and then we'll go through all the details. One thing I should say, though, is that I shouldn't be, and you shouldn't be surprised of how crazy quickly things can change when opportunity knocks and when different circumstances change. It's crazy. We can be riding a really high wave and all of a sudden you can have a really quiet day the next day. Similarly, you can have a really, really low day and the next day you can have your best day ever. Things really change in this world of, selling online. But at the same time, there's been other circumstances which has, made me make some big changes, and that's what we're going to go through today. So just to give some context, back in October 2022, I moved my business into a storage unit, and the whole purpose of this was to give myself back some time and to essentially build out some better processes, and because I had essentially ran out of space, so it just made sense. Now, paying $500 a month, it's a bit of a steep amount, and I was probably thinking I don't know if this is the best idea. However, getting into it, I've been seeing a pretty nice return on investment, and actually I've been seeing a lot of time saving, and on average, this is how much I've actually been saving. Roughly about a 51% productivity uplift, meaning I'm essentially getting back 10 hours a month, or essentially I'm getting about 2 hours back into my pocket every week. Now, this has been really, really rewarding. It's actually worked really, really well, and probably better than I expected. And I've also seen about an opportunity of around $908 that I can earn back every month, simply by better processes, using my time better, and being able to reinvest that time better. And you can see the graph here since I actually had the storage unit, how I've been able to grow the business and how it's been able to scale. It's not all a one-to-one correlation, but there is definitely some huge uplifts and benefits from that. But this week, things got a little different, and I've had to make some changes, as you can probably tell by the thumbnail and from the title. And it was on Monday, and we're going to go through this, and I'll show you all the behind the scenes and all that jazz. But essentially on Monday, I was chatting to my Storage King manager, and I had said that, things around here are getting pretty busy in terms of the business is growing, and I'm going to need to move out. I need more space, and that's probably going to happen in the next 3 to 6 months. And with little to no warning, she said, "Oh, well, actually, what if I've got a bigger one, and what if it's a little bit cheaper? Would you move into it?" I said, "Well, I've got to see it. It all depends, la-di-da-di-da." And long story short is we said yes on Tuesday. She had the conversation with me on Monday, and we started to move in on Friday, and we've moved in this weekend. So I now have a bigger storage unit, and it's all a bit crazy. Now it is only a little bit bigger, and it's not huge, but it is a little bit cheaper, about 5% to the bottom line. And the other thing to consider is it forces me to change some things up. Things that I've been delaying, and it's going to make things better for the long haul. However, there's also been a few little bumps in there, which, at my own fault, that I didn't do the due diligence, and there was a few little problems that we had to solve along the way. So it's been a bit of an interesting journey this week. It's been a roller coaster of a week, like every other week, and I'm going to take you through all the details. Of course, before we get into that, if you do stick around, I will show you the progress of the week as well, and I'll give you some show and tell of what's actually been selling. But essentially, this is what the week went like. Back here already, it's Tuesday, and some interesting developments have happened. I'm going to be doing some picking, packing, and posting today as well, but actually I have a chance for another storage unit. So I've got the opportunity to get into a bigger storage unit at a cheaper rate, same place. So I'm going to basically be making that move this week. You'll get to see some of that. So just here, we were just checking out the different sites and seeing what it's like, doing some planning, shuffling, and so some of this will change. I mean, it's basically the same layout, but it's a bit bigger, and for what I want to do, it's going to make it a bit more better in the long term, short term, because I'll probably continue to keep growing and need more space anyway, but cross that path as it comes. So I'm saving dollars, a bit more space, and it gives me a chance to shuffle up a few things for better processing. So with the help of Carla, we've figured this is the next best step. So today's Tuesday, and we move in Saturday. So and it's a bit further down, but I'll take you all through that in a second. Dun, 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 dun. We're moving in to another one. Ta-da! All right, team. So the big news is got another storage unit, but it's not what you might think. No, I'm not getting a second one. I'm just moving into a new one. It's slightly bigger. I'll fill you in with the details a little later, but essentially this weekend, the long weekend, got to shuffle everything in the other one into here. It's a bit bigger, a bit cheaper, and it's going to enable me to have a bit more shelving set up, and I'm changing up some processes and changing up some way I'll be storing things. So that's the plan for today. Today is Friday. By the time you're seeing this video, it should be Monday, which means we're all done and dusted. So it's all going to be a bit of a crazy weekend. Right, babe, a lot of fun and games. So yeah, wish us luck, and I'll keep you updated as we go, but essentially, I've done this before, do it again, it shouldn't be as hard. In theory. All right, team, it's now Saturday, actually it is midday, and we've already started doing everything. I haven't been filming much just because we've just been trying to get much done as possible. We've already moved out this one and that one, and I'll show you over there shortly. Just pulling this one apart now. Good thing about these is we've got a couple of dollies that we're putting these on and just rolling them down to the next unit, which makes it a lot easier. So we'll do this one next, then populate it when we get to the other side, and then that one's the next one. We've already got all these set up on the other side, so it's not too hard. Still got to make some decisions about this kind of setup, as well, you'll see when we get over there. But yeah, progress is happening.
Do you need this?
No.
Can you pass me 2 more long ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. Bye.
We got Carla on the tools. All right, so obviously the ones that were originally here have now moved here. All of this is a huge gain because it fits into this little nook. This is essentially what I had originally. So I've gained all that extra space. And these will be replacing how I'm doing the DVDs and some of the other books. And I gotta go because Mum is calling. All right, team, we've just bought over the workstation from the other one using a dolly system. Big shout out to my store manager for this one. These are really good. And we're just wheeling it up straight in. Made a few different changes here. Things that still need to be cleaned up, but we're going down directional this way. As you can see, still got to finish all the lighting, and the workstation will go exactly where it was when we left. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're getting there. All right, we are at the end of the day. It's 5 o'clock. Obviously we're not done, but we've got the station in here now. We've starting to bring over all the clothing. We've got all this racking along here. We've got racking in the middle, racking in the middle, racking in the middle. I mean, at the end, these will change the layout to more of this kind of tier system, as we'll be putting the DVDs in things like this. And then we have come up with a bit of a hiccup at the end of the day. So this wall is way too hot and actually is causing the plastic bags to actually get quite, well, I'm a bit concerned that they might get perspirate and sweat. So I'm gonna have to see if we can solve something for this. Otherwise it might be a bit of a change of plans. We'll see. So tomorrow, that's what we're doing. We'll be putting some insulation behind here to see if that will stop it. Otherwise, yeah. Anyway, I guess you'll find out after this. Not happy. All right, team. It's Sunday. We're back here. It's 10:30. Bit of a slow start this morning, but you know, got to do what you got to do. Today we're solving problems. So if you've skipped ahead to this part, basically we set up everything. Well, not everything, but the layout anyway. And it's turned out that this gets super, super hot. So what we're going to be doing is insulating it with some cardboard and see how that goes for the rest of the day and see if that's going to help, because it just, I'm not too concerned about the whole unit being hot. It's more around that when I have these in here, they're touching the wall and they're heating up pretty heavy. So yep, that's what we're doing. So we've got all this extra cardboard, got some extras here. I'm gonna get cracking. And Carla's gonna be supervising.
Yeah. Any coffee?
Wish us luck. Alright team, my GoPro died, but we've managed to put all this up now. We had to go to Bunnings and get some better stuff. It's a lot thicker. And now we're starting to put all the clothing back into position. I'm just doing a reconsolidation, but this wall, which is very hard to see, is the one that gets hot. So we're just got to monitor it, but it's about half the, you can't really see it, but it's about half the heat. Anyway, so we're doing consolidation, but all of this will be clothing down here. As you see, we've got Carla on tools, and I'll give you a bit more of an update shortly, but we're just making progress. All right, team, all the clothing has been done. We got Carla taking some time off now.
Wow.
Thanks, babe. Yeah, still got to get lighting in here. There'll be another light coming across here. But all the clothing is now done. So there should be a total of just shy of 600 pieces in here. I've left a little gap because I've got a couple that I'm processing. And then this is from my helper. But all this is all added extra. All that is added extra. And I've got those 3 down there, that's added extra. Otherwise, everything else will be the same. Still got to bring across my DVDs. I'll be changing up my DVD system into these boxes. A big shout out to 2 Aussie thrifters for the thoughts on that one. So that's going to happen probably tomorrow and Tuesday. Waiting for my rest of my boxes to arrive. And then we've got all the books down here, which is just the usual. Still a few things just to shuffle around and whatnot. Yeah, not too bad. We've got a couple of Blu-rays here, but that's not the complete. And then we've got, excuse me, Paul. We've got all the video games here. So, yeah, pretty good. Pretty happy with this. So it's not much bigger of a unit. Actually, it's only 1.5 square meters bigger, but we're actually ending up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extra shelves, and even more space. So pretty happy with this. Here she comes. All right, so we just brought over all the DVDs from the old racking system, which is the old black ones, which is this one over here. That's the old racking system. And big shout out to 2 Aussie thrifters, because we're Carla's having too much fun. We're changing the way we're going to be doing the DVDs because I wanted to get consistent with the way I'm storing things. So essentially, these hold about 30 DVDs. Just labelled them, and they'll be both sided. So being M number 12, media 12, it's going to go in here. It does hang out a little bit, but it'll be labelled here and labelled on the other side, so I can actually access from either side. Yeah, that's what we're going to put in. So replacing this one with it. This one will turn into media as well, because this will have some video games and media in it. And then overflow will become those two as needed, because I'm still doing media, not giving up yet. So, yep, so we're going to do that now, and I'll show you the end result. All right, so this is what we've got. We've got M1, 2, 3, 4, and 8, 7, 6, 5, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I know it's a bit dark here. Lighting's still to come, guys, sorry. And then it's labelled on the other side as well. So that way I can actually go from either side, which makes it quite easy. I can just quickly pull out and la-da-da-da-da. some of these are pretty old DVDs, and I've got a lot of these on sale, to be honest. So start to move them out. So yeah, that is essentially Sunday for you. We're all done. You'll probably be seeing, I don't think you'll be seeing any other footage this week of the storage unit because tomorrow's Monday and I'll do the video. But essentially this is the new layout. Pretty happy with it. Once it's kind of finalized, I'll do another video update and take you guys through it. So tomorrow we're going to come back, do a bit more. All the boxes arrive on Tuesday. We're finishing off all the DVDs. Got to build some more shelving. But we're almost there, guys. It actually didn't take as long as we expected. We've done pretty good, right, babe? Yep, got the approval. All right, team, really do appreciate you. And yeah, let me know down in the comments what you thought. So there you go. The big lesson from this is a couple of things. Is opportunity will always knock around the corner, and there's always opportunity for new and different things. It might be with sourcing leads. It might be with opportunity to grow a business. It's just like one of the other reasons why I moved into a storage unit in the first place was I had the opportunity to purchase someone else's storage unit, and I needed the space. Things change rapidly, but you also need to make sure you do the due diligence. Now, I did make a bit of a boo-boo because I did not validate the heat problem, or what I'm thinking is a bit of a heat problem in this particular storage unit. However, being able to mitigate it, being able to fix it, I had to do a bit of a side quest. It's still very frustrated at myself because I missed it, but at the same time, there's going to be a really good benefit of being in this storage unit, and I'm already seeing so much more space and can see some really good opportunity. Now, we haven't fully 100% moved in. I've still got a couple of things I got to shuffle today, Monday and Tuesday is when hopefully I can get everything out. So been a wild ride, and excited to see what I can do with this. Obviously, I'm always trying to grow the business, but I'm trying to grow the business smart. But this was one of those things where it's like it just made sense to leverage at a point in time of when it has occurred. It means that I've had to pay up a little bit extra this month in terms of, just getting different stuff and sorting things out and time and dollars. But again, it's part of investing into the business. And we'll see that hopefully down in the next 1 to 2, 3 months, I should start to see the dividends of that. In theory, I guess we'll find out. You can come back and have a look. So that's that. And I really do appreciate you being here and understanding all the, context. And, if you've got any comments or questions about this, more than happy to answer. But yeah, that's essentially what's been going on. So let's dive into what's been selling and the progress for the week. So top item number 1 for this week was this Nike Zoom Rise 2 basketball shoes. Now these were a size 16. I picked these up originally back at Savers, probably late of last year. I think it was November. Now they were I think they were close to $25, $30 individually, but from the average cost of good perspective from that haul of Savers, they worked out to be about $4.86 per item. I've been able to sell these for $129.30. That's including postage, and then after fees and postage, I've walked away with $92.44. I did deliberately sell these below the $150 mark to avoid having to go through the whole verification process of getting the item verified. Not that there's anything dodgy with them, I just wanted to get them moving and get the cash, so I took a lower offer. Top item number 2 for this week was this He-Man and the Masters of Universe number 5 VHS. Now this one I knew was a collector's items. I had sitting for about $60 for a long time. I paid 43 cents for this from my huge VHS lot from last year, and it finally sold overseas. They paid up. They paid the full price. They also paid shipping. It's gone over to, I actually don't think it was the US, somewhere else, $103.50 in total, including shipping. And after fees and postage, I've walked away with $75.20. Just crazy stuff, but really, really grateful. Top item number 3 for this week was this Digital Devil Saga for PlayStation 2. Now, this one was a pretty bolo kind of PlayStation 2 game. If you ever find this game, it is well worth to pick up if you can get it for really cheap, of course. This one I actually got from a lot that I got for free. I got a bunch of different games and things like that for free at the early start of this year, which, again, super grateful. That's through having some connections and getting an opportunity to do so. Cost me $0, and for the business, it's brought in $96.70 revenue, and after fees and postage, I've walked away with around $70.17. Tell people what you do. That is my best advice from that singular example, is tell people what you do, and you'll be surprised what happens from that. And top item number 4 for this week was this bundle of card captors on Blu-ray, brand new and sealed. Now this one I picked up actually from a retail store, and I've paid $25.76 for this bundle, and that's an average cost of good, and I've been able to sell it for $90 and walked away with $41.12 after fees and postage. So be on the lookout, see what opportunity is there. This episode is all about opportunity, as you can hear. So it's been a very, very interesting week of just seeing things move, and have a look at what's been selling. Again, we've done quite a lot this week. We'll go down to the detail, but clothes, DVDs, and video games being the outlier for this week. Clothes, just clothes alone, not even including jeans, has brought in an extra $1,140. Now, again, 8 weeks ago, 12 weeks ago, I was not doing clothing. This is the power of when you do it. Now, you can see the profit is not huge on that clothing. The margin is lower, but it is generating extra cash flow, which is enabling me to continue to expand the business, grow the business, and put back into the business. So it is very, very rewarding. And as you can see here, it's been a lot of different things that have been selling this week. So how have we actually progressed for the week? So week 113, we've done 102 sales, margin 36%, so a bit lower margin. Cost of goods was $619, which is obviously a lot of the clothing. We've sold $2,767 worth, profiting just under $1,000. ASP being $27.13 with an average cycle time of 91 days. Super happy with this progress, super grateful for this progress, and there's been a lot of things which, when problems arise, you got to deal with them, and there's either the opportunity to take on that problem and solve for it and just rip the band-aid off, or you can kick the bucket down the line and do a workaround and try and figure it out later. Don't fall into the trap of kicking the bucket down the line, because it causes more frustration in the long run. There might be short-term frustration if you can fix something, but you got to work with it. Building something, creating something, the punches come with it. And I don't say, and I'm not saying I've got this all figured out, because I was just as scared to move into this storage unit than I was just as scared moving into the first one. So, but with growing, you got to get a little bit uncomfortable and see how you can make things work. That's really the moral of the story in this week's episode. All right, you've stuck around this long. Let's dive into some extra show and tell, and then we'll wrap it up. Howdy team, Monday morning. It is the 6th of March. Can't believe we're in March. Just got back from Salvos this morning. Got picked up 4 items, paid $24, I think it was, so $6 a piece. Oh, just got a sale, $34. Nice. Now that I just got that last item, got quite a lot of items going out, guys. We've got 57 items going out, and we're about to hit the new milestone of 30,000. So that's the next goal, is hit the 30, then 40. Time to get cracking. All right, team, all done. 58 items now. Just had a couple more come through. So 14 minutes and 57 seconds. A lot of it is DVDs, guys. As I said, I've been clearing out a lot of DVDs. Got a whole bunch of VHS there. We've got quite a lot of video games out. These have all sold this morning, if not just last night. So that's been pretty good. Sold this guy that I picked up from the swap meet. Pair of jeans there. Got some Lego going out. Picked these up from Salvos. Paid about $14. They've gone for $60. VHS I showed you. Here's all the clothing, guys. We've got so much clothing. Look, just shirts. There's a few bundles in here. There's a pair of jeans there. More shirts and a couple of North Face stuff. I've got a few books going in, some Star Wars, some Harry Potter, and some Magic for Marigold, which is like what's it from? Anne of Green Gables. That's the one. I know what I was talking about. So that's what we've got here, guys. What's going out? Let's get packing. Now the work begins. All right, team. All done. 2 hours and 5 minutes. All packaged up over there. I'm going to take a couple of photos of some stuff that I got. Actually, you want to have a look what I got? Let me show you what I got. Alright, so just some bread and butter stuff that I've been doing. This is a Wrangler. This is a Pearl Snap. Pretty easy. Got paid half price for it, so got it for $4.50. Not too bad. That should go for $32. What else we get? We got another button up. This is actually, I don't usually sell Ben Sherman. Ben Sherman doesn't do super well. There is certain tees that do well. This is a Pearl Snap button up. I reckon I'll get 25 for that. It is a medium. If it was a small, I would not have grabbed it. And we've got a Levi's as well. Just bread and butter again, probably $30. And then I've also got these jeans, Miss 60. Never sold these before. They do have a variance of anywhere between $30 to $60. I'll go for $30 for these, see what I can do. They might be actually a bit more, these ones, because they're a unique design, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to get them up there, take some photos, and then get out of here. Alright team, back here already, it's Tuesday. Alright team, we've got 12 items going out right now. First one is this IM number 4. This is the big winner for today. This is going out for $106 going to the US. Incredible. We've got a whole bunch of shirts. We've got some Ralph, we've got some, I think that's a Levi, we've got Wrangler, some North Face, we've got some R.M. Williams in here. This is a Superdry, R.M. Williams, more Ralph Polo, and Lego Type R, so not too bad. Alright team, we've got 20 orders going out today. It is Thursday. Not as many going out because I also did a post run on Tuesday. It's taken me 4 minutes and 36 seconds to get all of this out, and I've also got some Pokemon stuff going out from the break from last night. So shout out to Adam, who books along with stuff. He won my 2K celebration, so he's got a celebrations tin in there. And then to Justin as well, mate, really do appreciate you purchasing a Crown Zenith box as well, because it means the absolute world to me, and wishing you all just wishing you well, man. I know we've chatted, so anyway, big shout out to you guys for supporting the channel, and a couple of other little winners going out here as well, so Figsy and Dr. Tommy, so congratulations. Now what's been selling? We've got a North Face jacket going out, we've got Death in Brunswick, we have this one going out, Digital Devil Saga, that went for $99 I think it was. Harry Potter book, we've got Ralph Lauren, we've got some Wrangler jeans going out, we've got Levi's going out, we've got a whole bunch of DVDs, Bikini Warriors, Western Religion, Sienna, Grudge Match, a couple of they sold this morning. We've got a little shirt going out here, and then a whole bundle of DVDs too. So I'm pretty happy with that. Not much, but it's pretty good. And so I'm going to do all this morning. Then I'm going to pick colour up, and then we're going to come back here and we're going to start prepping things up for the big move this weekend. So it's all happening, guys. Never a dull day, but I'm excited. There's a little thing that I've realised, that the stuff that we get nervous about, the stuff that makes us feel uncomfortable, the stuff that we know it's going to be hard effort, that is the stuff that you got to do in order to get over to the next level. It's like whenever you start, it's hard work. Whenever you start, it's a bit frustrating. It's going to be a bit of a climb. It's going to be hard effort to get it figured out. That is how you grow. And once you've done that, you've got the experience, you've got the lessons, you've got the knowledge to go do whatever else it is you next need to do. So that's how I'm feeling for this weekend. I know it's going to be a bit painful to move, but it's also going to give me some better outputs and some better results. So short-term pain for long-term gain. So there you go. That is the week. It's been all over the place. I'm excited. I'm tired. I'm sore. It's been pretty cool experience, and you know, I've done the experience before, but this time a little different. Having to just conquer a few different challenges along the way. Still a few things done out. Put some surface level stuff on, fix up some lighting. I still got to finish up doing the DVDs and the new DVD system. Big shout out to 2 Aussie Thrifters for that one. And I also want to give a big shout out to Drew for just some help with, some insight and, giving me some sense when trying to deal with some of the problems I'm dealing with. But overall, we've come out with roughly 6 more shelving units, which is a huge storage uplift in terms of space. I've got a little bit more space and a few little things to tweak out, get right, but we're on a track where things are moving in the right direction. Appreciate you. If you do have any questions, comments, thoughts, chuck them down below. More than happy to answer anything. And otherwise, I hope you have a solid week. And again, it's all a bit surreal and everything's just moving very quick, but it's all good stuff. It's all good problems to solve for. Anyway, you have a wonderful day, wonderful week, and we'll do this again same time next week. Really do appreciate you. Cheers.